So I never really planned on sharing this with a mass amount of people because it's a bit intimidating, but I want people to know that they're not alone. I want people to know that they have support. I want people to know that it's not going to be like that forever. I'm Kristen Ashworth.
I'm Kendrick Dawson.
I'm Laurel Roser.
My name's Hannah Lideker. I am currently a sophomore at Appalachian.
My sophomore year, I was just like sitting in cookout one day, and I was eating like a normal like cookout tray, like quesadillas and chicken nuggets and stuff like that, and I like looked down at my thighs, and I was like, wow, I'm kind of big. Like this is new, and like at that time, like I didn't realize it, but I mean I was the same exact size as I am now, and I'm not what like society would deem as like big. So I mean like just in my eyes, like it kind of like distorted the view of my body, and I began to starve myself, but I refused to call it like anorexia or an eating disorder because I didn't ever really get that skinny. I mean, I lost weight, of course, but like it wasn't anything like drastic like you would see if you like Google things about anorexia or Google things about eating disorders and stuff like that.
So in March of 2015, so just like a couple of months ago, I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety, and it was like a huge shock to me because I thought that I was always like the happy person, you know, kind of chilling. And it was really hard to deal with at first. And I told my family, some of my family and my friends, and they were all really supportive, but they didn't kind of believe me at the same time because anybody that knows me really wouldn't think that I have depression or the stereotypical depression kind of thing, I guess.
I was a sophomore in high school, and I would wake up every morning and I couldn't make it to school because I would have a panic attack literally every single morning. I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety, and for a while everyone always told me that, Hannah, everyone always has like anxiety, but in my mind I like wasn't normal because I would wake up and I would be shaking and I couldn't breathe, and I would have to just sit in my room by myself until I could catch my breath and stop shaking.
I got to high school, and because of some relationships and family issues, my anxiety turned more to depression, where I wouldn't want to get out of the bed. I wouldn't want to talk to people. I wouldn't want to see people. Nothing seemed good to me. And people that knew me at the time and know me now, that's not me.
On like social media, I had made friends and stuff like that that were like in the same situation as I was, and we would like motivate each other not to eat. We would like motivate each other like to go on certain diets and like cut out foods and count calories and like report back to each other like every single day and stuff like that. And at that time it seemed like really great friendships to have like someone there for you all the time, but I mean now looking back at it, like I don't speak to any of them anymore because I know it just like perpetuated the idea of like that I needed to be like starving myself.
The worst it got was the summer after my senior year when I graduated, and it was July 4th of 2012. And like I said, those of you that know me, and if you don't, I love holidays. But this holiday, it wasn't like that. I didn't want to do anything. I was at the beach, and I remember sitting out on the balcony and just like looking down and thinking, it's not a very far drop, but if I could jump and end everything, I would. I had attempts to commit suicide about 2 or 3 times. I admitted myself into the hospital willingly, and I was then taken to a rehab to get treatment. I was told by an ER doctor that I was looking at the glass half empty instead of half full. I just think that this is kind of a depiction of the way people see mental illness today, that you're being dramatic or you're being lazy, you're not trying hard enough, you're not being happy, just be happy.
just fake it till you make it. That's a lot of things that I had heard. And I just think this needs to change. I think people need to realize that it is okay to not be okay.
I really do still struggle with it, and I do wake up every morning thinking what would have happened if I would have been successful and I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't have made my best friends. I wouldn't have seen my sister get engaged. I wouldn't be in college. And for a while, I always would look at my scars and be really ashamed of them. I would wear long sleeves during the summer and stuff. And now I think that they're my greatest accessory. I love my story, and I love that I can help people who struggle with it.
The reason that I want to do this video and the reason why I want to give my message is to tell people that just because you have depression, just because you have something that you're dealing with doesn't define who you are as a person. And at the end of the day, you still are you. You're still who you are, no matter what term they slap you with in the doctor's office or the counseling center. No matter what you're going through, you're always going to be you no matter what.
Ultimately, in the end, it was kind of myself getting away from the whole idea that I needed to be a certain way and look a certain type.
I want people to stop thinking of people that have schizophrenia, that have depression, that have anxiety, that have bipolar, that have an eating disorder, that have anything along those lines that it's a negative thing. I want it to be more positive. I want people to accept it more.
It's okay not to be okay.
It's okay not to be okay.
It's okay not to be okay.
It's okay to not be okay.